Hello, my name is Lloyd Chapman, President and founder of the American Small Business League. I've got a press release out today that I'm sure the Washington Post will absolutely love, called Washington Post Has History of Helping Feds Cheat Small Businesses. So you may not agree with that, but let's just look at the facts. The Washington Post came out with a story recently, July 29th of 2013, titled Small Business Contracting Numbers Inflated by Errors and Exclusions. And then in October 22nd of 2008, they've got a story titled Agencies Counted Big Firms as Small. And the subtitle is SBA Says It Will Correct Data on Federal Contracts. So if 5 years ago, the Washington Post reported that SBA says it will correct data on federal contracts, why do we have this news story that says small business contract numbers inflated by errors? I thought they were supposed to fix that in 2008. So here's why it's not errors or mistakes, as the Washington Post has reported, or miscoding, computer glitches, simple human error, or anomalies like the SBA stated. Errors, mistakes, anomalies would be random. This is irrefutable. You can't deny this. They'd be random. On a federal contract, you're either a small business or a large business. You have two choices, small or large, like heads or tails. If these errors were random, half the time an award to a large business would be misreported as a small business contract, and the other half the time, these random errors report an award to a small business as a large business contract. They would cancel themselves out. There'd be an equal volume. We don't see that. We don't see that. Every year for a decade, we see a consistent pattern in federal investigations and evaluating the data that contracts that by law should be going to small businesses are diverted to large businesses, and it inflates the percentage and the volume of contracts the government claims went to small businesses. So in February of 2008, 8 months before the Washington Post wrote that story on October 22nd, 2008, President Obama released a statement that ended with the quote, "It's time to end the diversion of federal small business contracts to corporate giants." He didn't say it's time to end the mistakes and errors and miscoding. He said it's time in the diversion of federal small business contracts to corporate giants. And let me close with a statement from the Government Accountability Office. Report 10108. By failing to hold firms accountable, the SBA and contracting agencies have sent a message to the contracting community that there's no punishment or consequences for committing fraud. Think about that. They didn't say there's no punishment or consequences for errors and miscoding computer glitches, for fraud. The SBA Inspector General has been finding fraud in these programs since 1995. The Washington Post knows it, the SBA knows it, and they're both lying. Shame on the Washington Post. If they're lying about SBA small business contracting, what else are they lying about? Again, my name is Lloyd Chapman with the American Small Business League, and thank you.